All right, we got ADA, buy, short, or hodl. Let's take a look at all three reasons, the evidence for them, and then give our opinion. On the biggest scale, monthly ADA USD, where are we? Well, here's our kind of support zone here, right around 35 cents all the way up to 40 cents. We've already been in the zone, right? Going all the way back to 2018. That weekly candle closed at 34 cents. So before being rejected to purgatory down here, right? So that is our logical monthly support zone. If ADA breaks and closes, not a wick, not a price, not if you just blatantly see it there for a abysmal millisecond, that doesn't matter. A weekly close under 34 cents would spell big disaster for ADA based on just technical analysis alone. There is no more support until you get maybe down to 17 cents, maybe down to 14 cents, right? You can see these candles. That's your next support zone. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. These are your areas. Right around 14 cents is the next logical place. If a weekly candle closes under this, a monthly candle, excuse me, we're on the monthly chart, the biggest chart, monthly candle. So we still have a whopping 1 day and 8 hours until this monthly candle closes. We're probably going to maintain above it this month. I would guess we're not going to fall 26% by tomorrow, but hey, stranger shit's happened. All right, so let's pretend ADA is not going to do that, and we're going to hold this for at least another month, and that is that. So the biggest picture, monthly support around 34 to 40 cents. Okay, now let's zoom in a bit. Let's go to the weekly. Now we get some moving averages going on here. So the EMA 8 weekly moving average in the red here. We haven't been able to close above that since March. Okay, a lot of coins are in that same boat. No particular knock on ADA, right? We broke our key support level on the weekly and daily chart, right? We'll zoom into the daily momentarily, but we broke this key level around 80 cents. And if we are to go back and test that again, that will be resistance. Okay, short opportunities when you want to short, if you're the type of person that does shorting, you want to always short into resistance, either a zone or a moving average. Another key resistance zone as of today, or this week, you should say, is going to be the 8 and the 200 week. Right? They're the same spot this week, around 55 cents. So if you see ADA in the next day or two or week even go up to around 55 cent level, that is your key opportunity to short, right? You're in crypto to make money, right? It's nothing against whatever coin you're in if you're shorting it, right? You're trying to make money off of whatever you're in, right? And that's how you do it. You short into resistance, you long at support. There's no other reason you should be entering the market. Longing at support, always. Shorting at resistance, always. If you don't want to short, then just long at support, right? Where's our support? Where's our zone, right? So after you overtake key, here's your support level, right? And you don't know that that's support support doesn't form until you have at least 2 touch points. So was this support here? No. Was this support here? That's where it started, right? And then you lift it off of it. So that's the key support for this time. There's your support, right? There's no support level here. It's here. There's your support, right? It's formed here. So keep that in mind moving forward. When someone, has a support level because it hit it one time, no. At 2 touch points, start your support, okay? So the warning sign really went off when you broke that, and then drastic when you started going under the 200 week, right? Again, this is crypto wide, not just ADA. So our big support zone on the weekly, zoomed out again, right? There's our peak top right back in here, 35 cents. Consolidation for a few weeks right here before liftoff, right? 35 cents. This is the logical place for ADA to bottom. But still, right, not saying that we have to go down here, but we're looking at just to the top of that box, you're looking at 10%. The bottom of that box, you're looking at another 25% down from here, right? So keep that in mind. If Bitcoin goes to 15K, 11K, you can bet ADA is going to come down in here, right? We've already been here, but closing, I could see a bottom closing candle somewhere in this area. So long, support, short, what are we doing? Well, nothing right now, right? Because you're not at support, you're not at resistance. So right now, HODL is the word on the street on the weekly chart, right? You're kind of in between support and resistance so far. So hang tight. If you already rode this storm down, if you want ADA at $2 or $3 or $150, whatever it is, and you've already down this much, this is not the time to be selling. This is the accumulation area, right? This could be accumulation of your lifetime. ADA still has a great chance of doing a 10x, 20x the next bull run, right? So bear with it. If you're an ADA fan, which I assume you are, if you're at least this far in the video, right? We're trying to form a bottom on all of crypto right now. See this drop here, and then you see it start to level, right? That's what you want to be looking for. Not only that, right? I talked about this in my other video. You need to watch for multiple touch points. You got one here, a big spike in the ground, right? You want a couple more, really. There's almost another one. You could argue that one, right? So there's one smack, two smacks. We really need a third kind of hammer down. So maybe something around just shy of 40 cents in this zone, anywhere in this zone again. That would be the case for a bottom, and then sideways is the likely scenario, right? It's unlikely we're going to have a huge recovery quickly unless we get a huge fall quickly, right? V-shaped recoveries only usually happen after, sharp downfalls, right? Remember good old area back in here, right? Okay, so hopefully that helps you there. Remember that level. Okay, so let's back the train up a bit. Okay, let's zoom in. How about the daily chart on ADA? Well, here's our 21-day in the yellow and our 8 in the red. Okay, these are the same support resistance zones, just zoomed in a little bit. So you can see still 75 to 80 cents is going to be resistance. If we get up there again, it's unlikely we're just going to blast through it the first time. But, that's a long way off, right? We have a long way till we even get to that. So I wouldn't worry too much about that just yet. I mean, we're looking at 60% rally to get up in there. This is the zone we're focusing on, right? We need those multiple touch points, forming the bottom, sideways consolidation. This is what it takes in the bear market. To form a bottom, you have to go sideways. You have to have multiple foundations laid, right? This is what we're doing. We're trying to form a bottom. It just takes time, more time than a lot of people are comfortable with. Bear markets get more boring than you'd like to see. But the signs are there of us attempting to bottom. Doesn't mean you can't go lower. Doesn't mean we can't wick down here. Whatever. But closing candles, the odds are this kind of area tends to hold. But again, I gotta warn you, if this breaks, I mean, you can see the amount of space between these areas. So we're looking at a pretty cataclysmic fall here, just based on TA. If that level breaks, I mean, you're looking at probably minimum 50% drop, upwards of, what do we say, 13, 14 cents. So yeah, 50% drop. If a closing candle, right? You don't want to be worried about the wicks, right? This is just a wick. We haven't closed down in here yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if we closed somewhere in this zone before, the macro bull market kicks off again. So hopefully, everything's resonating with you. You get a little bit sharper image of what is going on with ADA. So let me know if this helped you, if you like more videos like this. But right now, long, short, HODL, it's HODL right now, right? Why? You should answer that question in your head right now. Resistance, support, right? Where do you short? Only at resistance. Where do you long? Only at support. What does long mean? Goddamn, I hope you know that answer. It's buy, right? Long is buy, short is sell, or you can actually physically short the market. You're betting on it going down. You can make money that way too. Okay? Hopefully that helped you out. What's the crypto fear and greed index doing? We're in shit trapped hell. We're not getting out of it. How about the ADX and DI? If you don't use this, I would suggest using it. It's a free tool on TradingView, ADX and DI. Okay, that's all you gotta type in. I would suggest using on the weekly. The bears are in the red, bulls are in the green, and your average directional index, ADX, is in the orange, right? It's the strength of whoever's on top, right? Whoever's on top is the trend, and the strength is in the orange. And usually if you're, above 25, that's a good trend. If you're under 25, not really much significance. So in a snapshot, using on the weekly, we're under 25. on the ADX, so not really helping much. But you can see that the bears still have the bulls pinned down a bit. Okay, so that is that. How about quote of the day? Progress was all right, only it went on too long, by James Thurber. Car of the day, Mercedes AMG Petronas, driven by none other than Lewis Hamilton, the F1 car that has won a lot of races. Good driver, getting big into F1. Do you watch F1? Do you watch ADA? Do you have ADA? Do you have an F1 car? I'd be impressed. All right, have you ever seen an F1 car in real life? They're tiny. Your kneecaps come up to like the door. They're way smaller. First one I ever saw. They're tiny and fast, just like your mom. No. All right, I'll see you on the next video.